I've worked with a number of business owners who have been in what I would call tense situations. Some event happened. Event might be a client refused to pay, or event might be you've lost a client, or event might be something as simple as a very bad Google review. Those are events. There's a tendency, because we can respond instantaneously in this world, that you want to respond instantaneously. And I'm suggesting no. And so I want to present an equation to you. E plus R equal O. E is the event. Plus R equal O. O is the outcome. R is the response. Often we'll have an event and we'll respond, and we're not driving the outcome. The outcome is not what we want. So my suggestion is, when an event happens, rather than just quickly respond, think about what outcome is best for you and your customer, you and your employee, you and a vendor in that scenario. And then craft a response that drives both of you in that scenario. And let me give you an example. About a year ago, I have a client that builds scenery in the live entertainment space. And he had a challenge with one of his clients. There was about $30-some odd thousand he was owed. Couldn't get it. They wouldn't respond. The day before he shut down for Christmas, in other words, on Christmas Eve at 3 o'clock, he received a response saying they weren't going to pay it. And oh, by the way, they wanted this resolved before the end of the year. Now, this is something that had gone back to August. I had a conversation with my client, and he was ready to respond. And my suggestion to him is, and said, look, they've drug you along for 120 days. Don't respond to after the first of the year. And oh, by the way, think about the commitments were made by that client that drove that additional cost, and be prepared to support those. So through the Christmas shutdown period, they shut down between Christmas and New Year's. He did some analysis, went back and checked out the change orders that were signed and so forth, and he found that actually, rather than being owed $30-some odd thousand, he really was owed about $50,000. So he crafted a response. They went out after the first of the new year and indicated, this is what I found, this was a commitment made by your people, and so accordingly, you don't owe me $30-some odd thousand, you owe me roughly $50,000. So he crafted a response that would come up with an outcome that was best for him. After some discussion back and forth, the live entertainment venue agreed to pay all $50-some odd thousand of that. Had he responded on Christmas Eve within 20 minutes of receiving the event, or in this case, the request, the outcome wouldn't have been, we would have been fighting, attorneys probably would have involved. So, because you can respond instantaneously doesn't mean you should. E, the event, plus R, the response, equal the outcome. Once the events happen, think about the outcome before you generate the response. I think you'll find it will be a much more effective way to resolve some of these issues that come up in the business world.